What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy David. We're back with another reaction video. Today we reacted to Death Battle, Bakugo versus Reze. It's so crazy because I ain't gonna lie, I never watched any of those animes like thoroughly before. Actually, I did watch Chainsaw Man, but the thing is I didn't watch the movie, so I don't know who the fuck Reze is for real, for real. I didn't feel like I needed to watch the movie personally. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't feel like watching it. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's see who's gonna win. I think I got my money on Loki Bakugo, because Bakugo has some like crazy ass feats. I'm not gonna lie. Even though his power is only like explosions, his body is like way too durable for some reason. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get straight to it.
Well,
oh shit. Hold on.
Well, look who's here.
Bakugo versus Reze,
The god of explosions versus the bomb devil.
he's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I don't really know what Reze could do against Bakugo for real. I really don't know. Like, and I don't know what Bakugo could do against her either. I just know Bakugo's like might be like a little bit more powerful. I just don't know her feats. I don't know. I just don't know. Let's see.
Wiz, there's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning, the rush of the shockwave, the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom.
And no one knows that feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo.
When your name literally means powerful bomb, it's no wonder he was born with the quirk explosion. It lets Bakugo create humongous kabooms from his palms. I could only dream of having hands that rad.
Quirks are genetic superpowers that most humans are born with. Bakugo inherited his quirk from his parents.
My nigga, ugly ass baby. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Specifically, it was a combination of his father's combustible acid sweat and his mother's glycerin skin secretions.
Making Bakugo sweat basically like nitroglycerin. And the more he sweats, yeah, the bigger the booms. His parents basically...
How do you even deal with a nigga like that as a baby? He gets mad, he's sweating, he's like anxious. Boom. Shit just go fucking boom. Nigga get anxious. He on a roller coaster. The roller coaster high as shit. He's sweating because he's scared. The roller coaster just fucking explodes because he's there. Like, is that how that works? Like, what the fuck?
They made the perfect kid, absolutely oozing with shonen main character energy.
Bakugo felt similarly, so much so that he started bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk.
Yeah, okay, he's kind of a snot-nosed turd sometimes, but come on!
No, all the time. He's a dick. I'm not gonna lie. When I started watching My Hero, bro, this nigga was such a dick. I don't know why the fuck he was so mean to this nigga. Like, cause you have a quirk and he doesn't, that means you should be a dick. Like, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit crazy.
Wiz,
I used to not fuck with this nigga. I thought this nigga was so lame.
the kabooms! They're so cool.
Quirks are a natural biological feature of a person's body. In the same way that we don't really think about walking or breathing, Bakugo's explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training.
Bakugo quickly picked up on how to use his explosions to obliterate anything in sight, block attacks, launch himself around, and quickly maneuver in midair at hypersonic speeds, which requires a ton of focus and on-the-fly calculations.
And despite getting this incredibly dangerous quirk when he was 4, he somehow never killed himself or anyone.
That's what I'm saying. How the fuck did he not kill anybody with that shit? Nigga just got mini explosions in his hand as a 5-year-old. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't hurt nobody with that shit for real. You serious? You lying.
Else that we know of. Bakugo was truly a prodigy, destined for greatness.
And his only goal was to surpass Japan's numero uno superhero and his personal idol, All Might. In Bakugo's mind, the only person who wins no matter what. Absolute victory. No problem for the main character.
Except Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was. That would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirk.
But I do wonder though, how strong would Katsuki's quirk have been if he had got all for one, or no, one for all? How strong would his quirk have been? Would he have like gotten that shit? Would have probably been crazy, bro. Like, he would have probably been able to blow up like countries type shit just cause.
worthless child Bakugo bullied. In truth, he was threatened by Izuku's tenacity despite being quirkless.
Really? That crybaby's the main character? Well, Bakugo's inferiority complex would only get worse when Deku somehow landed a quirk that was just as cool, and both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High.
There, he would learn to be a superhero and fully develop his ultimate moves.
Like flying through the sky faster than sound with turbo speed, blinding people with stun grenade, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a big-ass tornado of death.
The howitzer impact involves Bakugo spinning himself in mid.
And this is what I'm saying. How is his body taking all of this? You feel me? Like his durability is like way higher than like a normal human being. Like I can understand how, like I don't know, Mizuku, his body can take all that shit because he's training it off, and like One For All kind of enhances his durability a little bit. But like still, like how is he fucking taking this shit? Nigga blowing shit up right next to his body. Like wouldn't the pressure wave like break his lungs or some shit? I don't know, bro.
With his explosions, building up a tremendous amount of swirling oxygen, and then igniting it all for one hell of a boom.
He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight. He even developed new techniques for his quirk faster than Deku did.
UA High also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers, gauntlets that allow him to store up his sweat, gross, for prolonged bouts, or to release all of it at once in a single massive blast.
He's also got his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger attacks. Or the Strafe Panzer.
But has this nigga ever cramped up in a fight? All that goddamn sweat usage, like, and he never cramped up once? Bro, no cap, you play basketball or any sport for like a little bit, and you sweat a lot, bro, you either the day you go home or fuck it, on the field, you're gonna start feeling your goddamn legs start to, you know what I'm saying, like do this. And he never experienced that once? That's crazy. They must got some super Gatorade in this motherfucker.
Badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite. Hey, I dig it. The more colons, the merrier.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations.
Dude, why is this nigga so crazy?
He had the makings of a great hero, if only he could get out of his own way and put the team before his ego.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains, ultimately leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something needed to change.
So he vented his frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be. I mean, hell, even while he was unconscious, he kept analyzing the fight he was in and coming up with counters. Somehow,
Bakugo's powerful enough to shatter Todoroki's heaven-piercing ice wall, fast enough to keep up with villains like Shigaraki, who can catch light beams, and tough enough to survive, well,
being
that nigga got what? Oh my god! Hey, I think I saw this happen. I didn't watch the show deeply, but I kind of saw clips of this on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was crazy, nigga. Nigga got hit right there. I remember they had to replace his heart. That shit was wild, bro.
And, yep, you heard us. Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail. And then a single bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart. If that isn't main character plot armor.
While Ed Shaw was able to stitch Bakugo's heart, his injured organs back together, it was explicitly Bakugo's miniature explosion that restarted his heart. Oh my god! I mean, they put his heart back together, but then he made it beat using a nitroglycerin because there, you know, it's funny. There is nitroglycerin inside heart medication because it does help your heart beat fast. Your heartbeat. That is true.
I don't know what is.
His stamina is perhaps the craziest thing about him. After all, he is tanking the recoil of all of his explosions.
Exactly. Like, how is he taking that shit to the body? What the fuck?
Even with the overuse of his blasts literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing his explosions into smaller and more powerful clusters, Bakugo could enhance all of his techniques.
Like the Howitzer Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in the field of explosionology, or Kaboom Theory for the layman.
Powerful enough to shatter the side of a mountain, or blow apart UA High itself. Judging by the school.
Bro, that goddamn firepower. Oh my fucking god, nigga. That's crazy. Do the math.
size, we can estimate Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
Given
Damn.
Bakugo's whole deal is explosions, it makes sense to science out what a ton of TNT actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon.
That's the recipe for kabooms. Now, imagine a pile of TNT as big as the Empire State Building blowing up all at once. That's Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
And these explosions can launch him so fast, it's like time stands still around him.
What?
When he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second, almost 400 times the
And mind you, his body's taking all that shit, by the way. He's going Mach 387. His body's taking that. That's crazy.
speed of sound.
Because at that speed, the air in front of you stops being like kind of like a fluid. And starts acting and behaving more like a fucking wall.
That's not all. Now he can detonate his sweat remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy bullshit, Bakugo became one of the strongest heroes on Earth, enough to battle and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's right, the main villain, who's the protagonist now, Deku.
Bakugo literally and figuratively surpassed his childhood idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
And he's only like top 5. He's only top 5. He's not even like top 1. He's only top 5.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising. Not bad, Kachan.
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
Yeah, whatever. Take that, losers! Sickest quirk in the world over here! Dynamite! Dynamite! Dynamite!
Not bad, bro. Not bad at all.
Wiz, what happened to you? You look funny and squishy.
I'm over here, Boomstick. That's the new Death Battle plushie from U2's, and it's
Ah,
available to
the
order,
plushies.
available for a limited time. Of humanity's worst nightmare.
Because fear itself is
Manner of ills since they death, war, famine, conquest. Humanity has been plagued by all manner of ills since they first crawled out of the
Bro, my first time watching that fucking house explode, I couldn't believe it, bro. I kind of forgot the story behind why that happened. I think it was the gun devil or some shit. Something moved in the area, blew the entire house down. I was like, God damn. Just wild.
primordial ooze. In the world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
because fear itself is real, and they're called devils.
Literally devils from hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmares, and their power is directly proportional to that fear.
So the chicken devil might be so weak you could keep him as a class pet, like, you know, a chicken. But what about the bat devil, or the ghost devil, or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the
Bomb.
bomb devil?
Little is known about the origins of the Bomb Devil's current host, Reze, if that even is her real name.
She might look cute and kawaii, but she's actually a Soviet assassin trained from birth to be one of the deadliest killers on the planet. Basically a Black Widow. A cold and lonely existence for anyone, but quadruply so in a world as effed up as this.
But all Reze wanted
Is she really a person, or is she actually just a bomb devil, like in human form? Because I don't know how that really works for real.
was a safe, normal, quiet life. As
Like
much
it's the bomb devil inside her. How like Pochita is inside the main character of this shit. I forgot his name.
able to her as Aesop's country mouse.
Too bad! You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was implanted with a fragment of the Bomb Devil and became a hybrid, a human possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity, transforming their body into a living weapon.
As a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human's. And with her martial arts training, she's a force to be reckoned with up
And she got martial arts training. Oh, this nigga dead as fuck.
close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head.
Someone like Reze would eat you alive, literally. Should devils like Reze take any damage whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff, like having their limbs torn off, getting bisected clean in half, or being roasted alive. Just slurp some blood and they're good as new.
Especially useful considering the Bomb Devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit explosions from any surface of her body, even tearing off limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore.
For her ripping, bro, I know that shit hurts. This is what I'm saying. These niggas, like with Deku, him just blowing shit up right next to him, I know that shit hurts because the pressure wave is hitting his body. She is ripping off parts of her body and throwing that shit like a bomb. That is nuts, bro.
She can use these blasts to jet through the sky at hypersonic speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair, and enhance the strength and speed of her blows.
Or Reze can send sparks that can ignite the atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire cities.
Nigga, she Roy Mustang with the shit. You saw the snap? I saw the snap? Oh my god.
Making herself stronger the more fear her wanton destruction creates.
As long as the area around her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
She can even turn her own body into different types of real-world bombs to massively enhance their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo or her apron into dynamite. Every single inch of Reze is a living weapon.
This made her feared across the devil world as one of their mightiest warriors, and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see, you might not think chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can he even match her?
But the Chainsaw Devil is special.
And he's a little bit more. That's what I'm saying. He's not just chainsaws. He's like, so everything he eats can disappear. Everything he eats can like vanish or some shit.
Any devil the Chainsaw Devil consumes becomes
Erased from existence. Yep.
deleted from reality, retroactively erased from humanity's collective consciousness.
And here I thought chainsaws were for boring stuff like trees or Texas massacres. Silly me.
This ability makes the Chainsaw Devil the most important being alive and invaluable for any global power to control.
Except instead of meeting the fearsome chainsaw of legend, Reze met Denji, a dumb, horny teenage boy just looking for anyone to love.
And for once, Reze actually hesitated. Rather than immediately kill her target, she got to know him and found they weren't so different. Both were used as tools of the state, as weapons of war rather than people. A kindred spirit in a hostile world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
Aw, so adorable. And then they fought, and I'm pretty sure he killed her. Not gonna lie.
And thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face to manipulate.
It wouldn't be the only time.
Reze's nothing if not professional.
But that's because he got trauma, bro. Like, he got trauma, gang. You gotta respect it, bro. He got trauma, bro.
And she gave Denji one parting gift, to teach him the way devils did battle before he died.
As the embodiment of one of the deadliest weapons known to man, Reze's power is off the charts, capable of creating an explosion more than 400 meters in diameter. That's over 4 football fields long.
To have a blast that size, you'd need to be exploding with over 2 kilotons of TNT.
More than comparable to nuclear weapons, which is really impressive considering Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs.
What? Who's the who the fuck? I thought she was just the bomb devil. Nuclear bombs are like a bomb, so like, what the fuck is it? Like, is it because they're different or some shit?
It's apparently an entirely separate thing.
I fuck it, I guess.
Despite her bombs being technically conventional, they're just that strong.
Likely comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
That'd be over 500 times the speed of sound.
She's even stronger than the Typhoon Devil, a sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal coughing baby to her hydrogen bomb.
Unfortunately for Reze, Denji took her lessons to heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass, but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But it wasn't meant to be. Whether Reze chose the safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats.
And Makima wasn't playing no fucking games with this hoe. Oh my god, that's crazy. I should watch this movie. I should watch it. Maybe when I have time.
Everywhere.
Oh, Makima, what I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of freedom were never realized. She simply changed.
I mean, she died anyways, right? Makima gets killed anyways. I'm pretty sure like the chainsaw devil eats her or some shit.
Hands from one.
Yeah, she got ate. I remember she got ate alive. Denji ate her like she was a piece of steak. That shit was weird. I saw the manga panel. That shit looks so fucking weird, bro.
Cold, unfeeling entity to another. And this time, there was no escape. She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb. The battle's about to start, and I hope.
I think I got Bakugo, honestly, bro. He might be able to match. Actually, did Bakugo do anything comparable to a nuclear bomb? Yeah, Reze might win. I don't think Bakugo did anything comparable to a nuclear bomb, but let's see how this goes.
All right,
Who y'all got? Y'all know I got Bakugo. No, I got Reze, because Bakugo didn't do anything close to a nuclear bomb, I think, so, yeah.
combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get it.
I've been sent to collect your head, Dynamite.
Better villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back in a coffin!
Oh my god.
How would I tell them that if I was already dead? Wow, you're quick.
Shut up and die! Oh, damn! Oh, damn!
I know that shit's scary as fuck, bro. You just chilling and then somebody, and then you knock their head off their body and they're just fucking running after you headless. That'd be crazy. Oh yeah, it's wet, so she can't freaking do anything. Yep.
Oh, it's move it or lose it, people!
Save me, Dynamite!
Let go of me!
What the?
Boom.
Did she heal herself off that? She might have healed herself off that. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god.
Leave them out of this!
Yeah, she hit him with the nuke explosion. Okay.
For what it's worth, Dynamite, your blood was delicious.
You bit off a bit more than you could chew! My blood isn't the only thing you drank! It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass!
Ooh.
I'm aiming for absolute victory! Howitzer! Impact! Cluster!
No way. Bakugo about to beat this hoe? Oh my god.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
Damn. Hey, not bad, Bakugo. Oh my god, bro.
KO! Oh, Dan.
It's crazy. I had my money on that nigga from the jump, though. I just didn't think he could match a nuke. I just didn't think he could match a nuke.
Gee, we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
Please just shut up. On the surface, these two seemed evenly matched. So let's break this fight down into 3 categories: their speed, their stamina, and their firepower.
First up, let's talk speed.
Both Bakugo and Reze could rocket through the sky at hypersonic speeds and maneuver and redirect themselves on a dime in the middle of fights. To the casual observer, at least, they seem to be on par with each other.
So we have to look at the people they've fought to compare.
Reze has battled Chainsaw Man, who could match and defeat someone using the Gun Devil's power.
The same gun devil that could literally fly around the world, killing millions of people at over 500 times the speed of sound.
Impressive, but compare that to Bakugo fighting Shigaraki, who could react fast enough to catch light beams with his bare hands.
That's over 1,000 times faster. And that was before
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The speed feat. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention for real. This nigga did. This nigga did catch light. Oh my god. And he's matching this nigga. He even beat this nigga. That's crazy.
Bakugo's quirk
She had no chance.
awakening that made him even faster than that.
With reaction speed of that caliber, there's little chance Reze could ever get the drop on Bakugo, and would likely be forced to play catch-up in a duel. Speed goes to Bakugo.
However, speed doesn't matter if one couldn't truly hurt the other. A big part of this fight is their stamina.
Bakugo's durability is mind-boggling. He's survived being impaled through the torso and has even brought himself back to life.
But unlike Reze, his stamina does eventually hit a limit. Every explosion he makes whittles him down just a little bit more and uses up more and more of his sweat. Without a break, he can eventually run out.
Whereas Reze can effectively create bombs without respite and from a distance.
Unlike Bakugo, who usually likes to get up close and personal.
Furthermore, her devil hybrid physiology gives her an actual regenerative healing factor,
Especially off the blood that she drinks. Yep.
allowing her to shrug off the same kind of mortal blows that would eventually kill Bakugo, main character plot armor or not.
If this ever became a war of attrition, Reze had it in the bag. Stamina goes to Reze.
However, it's unlikely it would ever get to that point. The biggest factor in this fight was always going to be their raw firepower.
Explosions! First, we gotta compare their two biggest blasts, Reze's nuclear light bomb against Denji versus Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
And the difference is obvious. Based on calculating their sizes, Bakugo's 300 kiloton explosion was over 100 times more powerful than Reze's 2 kiloton blast.
I'm so stupid, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm so dumb. I'm not even listening for I didn't take the numbers in like I was supposed to take the numbers in. He was gonna beat this bitch regardless. Oh my god.
But that's not all. Remember the Typhoon Devil?
Coughing baby or not, to create a storm big enough to cover Tokyo's over 2,000 square kilometers, he'd have to be generating more than 400 kilotons of TNT.
Greater than Bakugo, right? But that's not all. Again, Bakugo's howitzer impact once shattered the size of this big-ass mountain. And despite being earlier on in the series, it was ginormous. Almost 3 kilometers in radius.
Or just over 2 megatons of TNT. 5 times more powerful than the Typhoon Devil, and way beyond anything we've seen Reze do.
And this was Bakugo before reaching his full power in his fight against All For One. Bakugo takes the final edge in Explosion.
I mean, he was gonna win regardless, bro. He hits harder.
Winner is Katsuki Bakugo.
Bombshell, hero, great explosion, murder, god, dynamite. Next time on Death Battle.
Oh shit. They got Gru and Megamind. Okay, man, that's crazy. We're gonna watch that. If y'all wanna watch that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do. You know what to do, man. Leave it in the comments down below. But with that being said, man, it was a good one, bro. I can't even lie, it was a great one. You feel me? I thought Reze was gonna win because of the nuke thing, but I should have thought better. I'm not gonna lie. That nigga had 413,000 kilotons of TNT. She only had 2. It was over from the jump for her. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. If you have anything to react to, leave it in the comments down below. And I'm gonna catch y'all next one. We out.